we got the massive news Sunday night that John Calipari, the Hall of Fame coach that he is actually leaving Kentucky to take the job at Arkansas. And no sooner than that news broke, because at the time of recording, we still don't know if that's official, but no sooner than when that news broke is when we started hearing the rumors. And who Kentucky wants? Kentucky wants Scott Drew. They want him bad. They want him really bad. And Monday morning, we get the odds-on favorites from Vegas on who is going to be the next head coach of the Wildcats. And the odds-on favorite is current Baylor coach Scott Drew. We've heard this story before as Baylor fans. Big job opens up. Oh, look at the job Scott Drew has done at Baylor. The best turnaround in the history of college basketball. He's got them to be a national powerhouse now. He can recruit with the best of them. He's got McDonald's All-Americans coming there. He's such a positive influence, and his coaches go on to have success. This guy wins. We've heard that all before. We heard it when Memphis came open 15 years ago, which actually Calipari took that job. We heard it when Duke was open. We heard it when Indiana was open. We heard it when Louisville was open. None of those teams are Kentucky. None of them. You know, the Duke thing, I don't know that there was that much there. Indiana's fallen on real hard times. Louisville is a shell of what it used to be. Not Kentucky. Kentucky is the number one job in college basketball. Full stop. Okay? It's Kentucky, it's Duke, it's Carolina, and Kansas. Those four are way above everybody else in terms of the prestige of a college basketball head coaching job. When Kentucky calls, you answer. You talk to them at the very least. So, yeah, those other ones where we were like, Louisville, come on. You know, Indiana, not this century, no way. But when it's Kentucky, you listen. And you, as the Baylor fan, you sweat and you stay up at night and you try to rack your brain around, could this actually happen? Because the answer is yes. Yes, it could. It could actually happen. That's what makes this time different from all the rest that we've heard all down the years of here's where Scott Drew's going to end up because it's so much better than Baylor. Because right now, I know we heard this discourse the last month. Louisville right now is not a better job than Baylor. Indiana right now, not a better job than Baylor. Kentucky is the number one job. They have more tradition than you could wave a stick at. They've got more tradition than just about anyone in college basketball. And they don't suck right now. They're still in a good spot. That's why I pause when I hear Kentucky wants Scott Drew. That's why I pay attention when they say that. Because this is the toughest job in basketball to say no to. That's why. That is why. But we also know Scott Drew's a different cat, man. And if he was 10 years younger than he is right now, I might not even be sweating because I might think it's a done deal. He's gone. But he has built this thing from the ground up. He has brought it to that national powerhouse status. He gets the pick of just about any player he wants to come and play here. He's got the best assistant coaches in basketball. He's getting paid pretty handsomely, over $5 million a year, it seems. And he's got a new arena. And he's a legend here. He could do whatever at Baylor. He could have losing seasons the next 5 years. He probably won't even get fired. He's got it all here. And yes, Baylor is not Kentucky, but that gap has closed significantly the last 10 years because of Scott Drew. And we heard what he said after the Louisville rumors. He said, this is my home. This is my family's home. He's got a daughter that goes to Baylor. Like, this guy is Baylor through and through. Okay? Make no mistake. But this is Kentucky. Like, and it's a challenge, and it's the pinnacle of college basketball. And I don't mean what I'm about to say in like a mean way, but Scott Drew, you know what else he was also really ingrained with? You know what other school he was really a part of the culture and the fabric of? Valparaiso. And he left to coach at a better opportunity like Baylor. I don't want to sound like I just have Kentucky all down my throat here, but it means something to put on your, like a kid that grows up loving college basketball, wanting to be a college basketball coach. It means something to have on your tombstone, coached at the University of Kentucky. That still means something. And what Scott was able to do here, he might be thinking, like a lot of Kentucky fans are thinking, well, think of what I can do at UK. So I can't, as much as I would want to do this, I cannot just quickly dismiss the University of Kentucky of all places. There are 3 or 4 jobs in college basketball that would really, really be agonizing to hear that they're going after Scott Drew. This is one of them. So personally, I think Scott's going to stay. I think he is that rarer breed. That's my thought. In fact, I would have it 70-30 that he would stay personally. But that is way, way different than Louisville. I had 0%, 0. And some of these other jobs that came up, maybe 10%. That 30%, that's a lot different. And the counter argument to how much of, he's built here at Baylor, the counter argument is going to be, well, then what else does he have left to do? He's done it all. He's taken Baylor as far as he can take them. Now he can go win a couple of those things at Kentucky. I still think he stays at Baylor, but this is going to be agonizing, more so than any of the other jobs he has been rumored for. So buckle up, Baylor fans. This ain't going away anytime soon.